Hello! Today we will learn how to make a new form in NAVIGATOR365 system. I will now enter the system in here, and today I will use the lunchtime application. The lunchtime application is an application to order group food order together in a company. It's a very simple application, and it's a very good example to show you how to build new forms and other documents. So we go into system in here and we go into forms, and to make a new form we make a new form. We press that button. Now in the configuration we use the type form, and we will name it order. Now this form will be a basic document to place an order in a system. Now, important things to decide here is an accessibility. We want this form to be private, which means it's only accessible for this lunchtime application, and it could be public, available to others, and shared with a certain applications. Now we go into form, and each new form we set has a basic layout already prepared. It contains a title, a group of buttons, some tabs, general tabs already prepared, and some important system fields already on it. Now what I want to show you today is to add some attributes. So let's press here and go into basic attributes, and what we can do today, we can add a text box. We do it simply using drag and drop. So I just drop it in here. Now another attribute I want to add is a multi-line input. Okay, the next one would be date, just the date, yeah, not the date and time. And you can also duplicate this one, and then we have two dates. And what else I can add? Let's add some attachments, maybe here, and let's add some action button. Now, what we have done, we have created a list of different attributes on our form, and it's good to it's a good advice to actually set them from the beginning. So once we save it, we know what we're working on. So the system now doesn't let us save the document. It shows here as well and shows here as well. It means that for us to be able to save, we need to configure action button. So let's start with this one then. And in here, what we need to what the options we have is this is a type. So it is a type of action button. We want to have it visible. Now in here we can have some configuration and set it on a screen, but what's most important is this one, and you can see that we need to choose the process to be started upon pressing this button. However, this is because the action here is set start process, but let's do something different, and this is the list of options for the action buttons. And what I want to do, you can also create some documents, but what I want to add here today is a diagram. So once I have a diagram, and I will name it workflow process, and maybe show workflow process. So I can now press save. This button will show us how the document is advanced in the process. Now let's go for all the attributes we added here. The text box double click on this one and we will change it to maybe order title, and we want to have it visible and we want to have it editable, and not necessarily it should be required. Let's press save. Now the multi-line input I will call description, and again we want to have it visible, editable, but definitely not required. It's an optional field, and in settings we don't have to change anything. Now the date, I will call the date of order, and the other one I will call taking orders till. What I mean by that is that once we launch the document, the date of order will be the today's date when we place an order, but we want the people in the company know until what time we want the order to be placed today. So I guess the best would be to actually change this one, type date to date and time. So let's have a look. I will add date and time attribute, and this one will be taking orders till, and the other one we added before, the date, I can now cancel. We do it by pressing right click here and delete. So we have basic attributes added to our form, and it's a good start of building it. And maybe we will see now how this form looks like. So we go into forms, we have our order form, we go in here and we will create a new document. So this is it. We have all these attributes added, date of order, also attachment fields and the system fields. It's a very good beginning to start building an app with a no code. More you can find in other tutorials, but for this movie, this is the end. Thank you very much.